Hello friends. Now after looking at the 11 properties of determinants, we now proceed further for something which is more significant in solving the problems, which is actually called transformation of rows or columns. So now what do I mean by transformations? What do I mean by transformation? Term transformation simply means transformation implies to change something or to modify something, and transformation of rows or columns obviously means that we'll be changing or modifying the rows or columns of a determinant. But then there are certain rules. You have to follow some rules for transformation. ऐसा नहीं कि हम कुछ भी अपने मन से रो चेंज कर सकते हैं कॉलम. There are certain rules which we have to follow. So first of all, let's understand how a typical transformation looks like. So maybe for example, maybe I'll write transformation as R1 is R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now I've written this is one of the transformations. R1 is equal to R1 को मैंने change करा as R1 plus R2 plus R3. And suppose for the reference I am taking a determinant as, so in this particular determinant we are going to use these transformation. तो इसका मतलब क्या है? Let's understand this. So this transformation actually means that I am going to change R1. Will change R1. And what change do I make? The change is in R1 I'll add R1, R2 and R3. मैं इसमें ऐड करूँगा. तो यदि हम इसमें इसको ऐड करेंगे तो दिस इज द फर्स्ट रो दैट वी हैव, और इस फर्स्ट रो में हम सेकेंड और थर्ड रोज ऐड करेंगे. सो द फर्स्ट रो नाउ बिकम्स 1 plus 3 plus 1. The second row becomes 2 plus 1 plus 0. Third row becomes 0 plus 0 plus 2. बची हुई दो रोज में हम कोई चेंज नहीं कर रहे, तो उन दोनों रोज को हम वी आर नॉट चेंजिंग द रिमेनिंग रोज, सो विल कीप देम एज दे वर ओरिजिनल, राइट. सो वी हैव डन द चेंज in the first row, and this transformation, this change is following this particular rule. And now if I simplify this determinant further, if I simplify this, I'll get, and if we expand this, let's say maybe we can do this along the second row, so I get minus 3 times plus 1 times, simplify to minus 10. Now if I look at the original determinant before the transformation, this was the determinant before the transformation. Let's see what its value is, and for this value we'll expand it along the third column because I find 2 zeros here. So if I find the value of this determinant will be equal to, so this will be plus 2 times, expanding along the third column you get 1 minus 6, which is minus 10, and these two values are interestingly the same, right? So this is called transformation of rows or columns. We'll change some row or column with the help of the other row or column. Now in a more sophisticated way, I can write a transformation as that. Let's say R1 is R1 में हम we are adding in R1 lambda times R2 plus mu times R3. This is a valid transformation, right? So transformation के rules क्या क्या होते हैं जो हमें ध्यान रखने हैं? The rules of transformation are first, on the right side must contain the row or column that we are transforming. So what you can see here is that the right side, let's say in this particular case, the right side should contain the row which I am transforming. So in this particular case I was transforming R1, so the right side also contains R1. This is the first rule. Now the second rule of the transformation is coefficient of row or column to be transformed must be unity, must be 1 on right hand side. तो सेकेंड रूल इज कि राइट साइड जो है इसमें आपका R1 का जो कोफिशिएंट है वो हमेशा 1 होना चाहिए. जैसे इफ आई एम ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग R1, सो यू शुड हैव, लेट्स से R2 को हम लिख सकते हैं R2 minus 3R1 plus 4R3. So this is a valid transformation because this involves R2 on the right and also the coefficient of R2 is 1. So this is a valid transformation. Maybe for example, if I write, let's say, R2 as 2R2 minus R1 minus R3, this would be incorrect, and the reason for incorrect is this particular 2 that we are using here, है ना. ये जो हमने 2 का इस्तेमाल करा हुआ है, ये जो 2 है यहाँ पे, this 2 will create the problem. ये 2 नहीं होना चाहिए था. This particular coefficient should be 1. It cannot be 2. So this is the second rule. And finally, the third rule of the transformation is that the multiples of other rows or columns must be linear. Multiples of other rows or columns must be linear in nature. They must be linear in nature. So what do I mean by this? So again, I take an example. Suppose for example, suppose I write R1 as R1 plus R2 into R3. This is incorrect because this is not allowed. I cannot multiply 2 rows and add. The rows should be added with a constant multiple. आप 2 कॉलम्स मल्टीप्लाई करके ऐड नहीं कर सकते हो. आप 2 times column 2 ऐड कर सकते हो. You can subtract 3 times column 3. You cannot add or subtract column 2 into column 3 from something. Similarly, you cannot I cannot write this transformation. This is incorrect. C1 को मैं लिखता हूँ C1 minus, let's say, 2 times C2 square. Now this is incorrect because C2 square is C2 into C2. I cannot multiply 2 columns. This is incorrect. So you have to be cautious about the 3 rules. The first rule, if I'm transforming, let's say, C2, then right side should contain C2. If I'm transforming C3, the right side should contain C3. The second rule, if I'm transforming C2, then right side should contain C2 with coefficient 1. अगर C2 का coefficient 2 होता है, it is incorrect. If the coefficient of C2 is 3, it is incorrect. The coefficient of C2 should be 1 if I am transforming C2. If I am transforming R3, the coefficient of R3 should be 1 on the right side. It's necessary. And the third is, I cannot add or subtract the product of 2 rows or 2 columns. Right? I cannot add maybe this what we looked here कि C1 में हमने C2 square add कर दिया. That would be incorrect. I cannot do this. This is not called transformation. The value of the determinant will change because of this. We'll also look at the fact that why the value of the determinant remains same because of the transformation. We'll understand this also, but then you cannot do ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन व्हाट मतलब ऐसा नहीं कर सकते जो मन में कर दे. You have to follow these 3 rules strictly. So let's move to the simple example. I'm giving you certain, I'm writing some transformations. You just have to identify whether they are valid or not. You have to identify whether these transformations are valid or not. So maybe you can take some time, take around 2 minutes for all the parts. Pause the video and take 2 minutes, justify them yourself, then I'll write the answer and I'll explain why they are valid or not. So pause the video at this stage and take around 2 minutes to justify it yourself, and then I am solving it. You can just confirm the solutions. So let's start with the first one. You're given this transformation, right? So this is a valid transformation. This is correct because I am transforming R1, and then you have R1 in the right side, and also the coefficient of R1 is 1. So this is a valid transformation, and remaining rows are linear. They are not multiplied together and added or subtracted. So this is a valid transformation. Coming down to the second one, this is again a valid transformation because we are transforming C2, and you have C2 here with coefficient 1. So this is also a valid transformation. Coming down to the third one, involves C3, and again right side involves C3, and the coefficient of C3 is 1. So this is also valid transformation. अच्छा, ये ध्यान रखना कि ज़रूरी नहीं कि ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में हमको सारी रोज या कॉलम को इन्वॉल्व करना हो. आई कैन हैव अ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इंक्लूडिंग ओनली C1 एंड C3. आई कैन हैव अ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इन्वॉल्विंग ओनली R2 एंड R1. सो दे आर वैलिड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस. इसमें कोई गलत नहीं है. आप एक रो का मल्टीपल ऐड कर सकते हो. इट इज़ लाइक एडिंग 0 टाइम्स C1, है ना. In this case it is like adding 0 times C1 here. So 0 times C1. So this is a valid transformation. There's nothing wrong about it. And now let's move to the next one. The next transformation is involves R1, but then I do not find R1 anywhere on the right side, so this becomes incorrect. क्योंकि राइट साइड पे R1 होना चाहिए. इफ यू आर transforming the first row, you should involve R1 in the right side also. So this is incorrect. So maybe let's say if I look at the next one, this is obviously incorrect because हम columns को column की help से transform कर सकते हैं. I can transform columns with the help of the columns only. I cannot transform a column with the help of rows. This is obviously absurd. It's incorrect. Next one, if I look carefully, then this is R1. Involves R1, but then this coefficient is 2, which is not allowed, and the transformation, this is also incorrect. The coefficient of R2 or R1 should the coefficient of R1 should have been 1 on the right side. Next, again you can very well see R3, it is involving R3, but then I cannot multiply 2 rows. This is incorrect. So this is again an invalid transformation. So this gives you a fair idea that what are transformations, right? Now let's understand why these transformations are true. Why this works mathematically. कि हम किसी रो को इस तरह से ट्रांसफॉर्म करेंगे तो उससे डिटरमिनेंट की वैल्यू क्यों नहीं इफेक्ट होगी. तो विल ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. तो सपोज यू हैव अ डिटरमिनेंट, फॉर एग्जांपल you have a determinant, let's say delta, which is a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 a3 b3 c3. suppose we have this determinant, and then in this determinant I am going for a transformation. let's say I am using r2 को मैं लिखता हूँ r2 plus lambda times r1 plus mu times r3. I am using this transformation in second row. As a result of this transformation, the new value of the determinant delta dash becomes, so I am transforming the second row. So this is a2 plus lambda b1, sorry, a2 plus lambda times a1, a2 plus lambda times a1 plus mu times a3. I'm writing the second row first. मैं second row लिख रहा हूँ भी, है ना. And then you have b2 plus lambda times b1 plus mu times b3, and then you have c2 plus lambda times c1 plus mu times c3. and the first row will be as it is, इसमें हमने कोई change नहीं करा था, and second row is also as it is. So this is the new determinant obtained after transformation. तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के बाद डिटर्मिनेंट ये बन गया, ठीक है. नाउ आई कैन स्प्लिट दिस डिटर्मिनेंट along the second row. I can split this determinant along the second row. So मैं इसको second row से split कर देता हूँ एक बार. I am simply expanding this determinant along the second row. So what we get here is A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3 plus A1, lambda A1, A3, B1, lambda B1, B3, C1, lambda C1, C3 plus A1, mu A1, mu A3, A3, A2, B2, or maybe B1, sorry, it should be B1, just writing it again. So this should be B1, mu times B3, then C1, mu times C3, right? So what I do is I split delta dash about the second row in addition subtraction. Now we have seen this as a property, standard property. And now what you find is that this particular determinant is 0 because the first row and the second row are proportional. By the similar argument, this determinant is 0 because second row and third row are proportional. And what you get here is, this is same as delta. So that proves that why the linear transformation along the rows and columns, this is commonly called linear transformation. So why these linear transformations along rows and columns of a determinant are valid, right? And these transformations are very important because generally to solve the question हमें ये transformations का इस्तेमाल करना पड़ेगा along with the remaining properties also. In fact, I do not call transformation as such a separate property because this is nothing but the extension of the last property. Linear transformations are nothing but they are kind of extension of property 11 that we looked in the previous video. उसी का एक generalization है कि यहाँ पे you are involving more than one row or column. The proof is also exactly the same, right? So in the next video we are going to start, we'll be looking at few examples that how do I use transformation in the properties in solving the problems. The questions will be not as direct as they were initially. अब धीरे धीरे questions tough होंगे, so you need to be thoroughly prepared with the properties and transformations, right? So revise the properties for the next session.